Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. So, before I get started today, I want to mention that if I sound a bit off, it's because my life has revolved around Kleenex and Dayquil for the past week. Not sponsored, by the way, just effective. My allergies have been worse this spring than I can remember them being for a long time. So yeah, a drink of this to get to the video. Cheers. Wow. Anyway, also I don't have a teleprompter, so you're gonna see me like looking down to read my script a lot. Deal with it. Anyway, 10 years ago today, I opened up OBS on my PC and hit the start streaming button so that I could show my Xbox 360 friends how much better GTA 5 looked on PC. What was supposed to be like just a quick demonstration for just a few friends quickly found extra viewers who jumped into chat. They asked questions, they laughed at stupid stuff I did, and they cheered me on in races. I was immediately hooked on that interaction, and I accidentally started the YouTube channel. 10 years later, and I'm really proud of what I've accomplished on YouTube. According to Social Blade, I have uploaded over 3,200 videos to my channel. I'm not sure that's entirely accurate, though I guess if you add in all the live streams and shorts and other stuff, those numbers might be correct. Still, it's hard for even me to believe that I have uploaded something to YouTube on average every 1.13 days for a decade. I guess that comes down to the fact that I really enjoy the content creation process. I enjoy coming up with ideas and with scripts. I like capturing a ton of footage that I'll wind up never using. And I absolutely love the process of editing it all together into a finished video. About the only part I don't like is recording and editing scripted voiceovers. In the end though, there is just something uniquely satisfying about the creative process, taking an idea and seeing it all the way through to something that you can watch on YouTube. When you enjoy something that much, I suppose it's easy to not realize you've been doing that thing several thousand times. I even enjoy live streaming, and as such, I moved my streams to Twitch early on simply because that platform does live video much better than YouTube. Okay, wait, let me back up a little bit. I enjoy live streaming when there are people viewing who are also active in chat. There is absolutely nothing wrong with someone joining into a live stream and just lurking and having that live stream on as background noise. But for me as a streamer, I find it challenging to stay motivated when chat is silent because I am effectively talking to myself. This is a big reason I haven't been streaming as much as I used to. Once lockdowns from COVID lifted a couple years ago, my chat returned to a fairly inactive state, which in turn completely zapped my desire to create live content. There were also some IRL commitments that made it challenging to stick to a regular streaming schedule for a while, and that didn't help keep an active, engaged audience either. But let's get back to YouTube. Like most people, I look at my early content and I just want to go hide in a corner somewhere. Much of what I uploaded early on is pretty terrible. And speaking of how terrible that early content was, I'm thinking about putting together a video where I react to some of that earlier content. If that's something you would like to see me do, then leave a comment down below and I'll see about putting that together. Even though the early content was pretty bad, it was always an exciting opportunity for me to learn how to produce higher quality content. Each video has been a chance for me to learn something new, whether it was how to add in some transitions or to make the audio better, or to find places in an edit that I could trim down to ensure proper pacing in a video. I even got better at thumbnails thanks to City Planner Plays. Once I realized how much I enjoyed content creation, I decided I was going to try to pursue Twitch and YouTube as a full-time career. At the time, it seemed if I worked hard enough, if I continued to refine my creative process and produced great content, I could actually earn a living doing something I absolutely love. After 10 years, I feel I have comfortably settled into a niche of a chill, variety gaming channel that consistently delivers high quality content. And my key light just changed color temperature and is refusing to respond to changes back, so I suddenly look a different color. The thing that surprised me most in this long experience is also the thing that I enjoy the most. The community of people who have come together in one way or another as a result of the content that I produce. People from Livestream chat and YouTube comments went on to find their way to the Vainglorious Discord server, and then many of them went on to become a regular presence through either weekly or even daily interaction. My channel, and by extension, the community that has risen from it, has never been about me. It has always been about our shared love of gaming. It is and will remain the honor of my lifetime to have had the opportunity to interact with each of you, to get to know many of you, and to even have the chance to call some of you true friends. If you have not yet joined the Vainglorious Discord server, hit up the link in the description below to do so. We have players on every platform playing just about every type of game you can imagine. Plus, we offer a lot of non-gaming discussion channels where you can tell us all about your pet turtle, nerd out over some cars, or even rant about politics. We even have a channel dedicated entirely to trains for some reason. There is just one problem, and it's a big one, that has arisen in this decade-long experiment. I failed to gain any real traction with my channel. That is not to say that over 12,000 subscribers and more than 3 million views is nothing. I am and always will be grateful to each and every person who has watched, who has liked a video, who's left a comment, and who has subscribed to my channel. I recognize that very few people who upload to YouTube see any real growth at all. Going back to Social Blade, my channel is always somewhere in the top 3,000-ish of gaming channels. That may not sound like much, but when you consider that there are millions of gaming channels out there, it becomes apparent that I have definitely enjoyed more success than the vast majority of gaming channels. And I owe that to all of you who have watched over the past 10 years. Yet, the problem remains that I failed to gain traction enough on YouTube for this to be something I can rely on as a primary income. For reasons I still do not really understand to this day, YouTube's ever-changing algorithm has never found my videos to be something to suggest to viewers. I can promote my content on social media, engage the wider gaming community through Discord and other community-driven outlets, and I can get all of the metadata right for each upload, but without the algorithm suggesting my videos, not much is going to happen. So that brings me to the title of today's video. As I mentioned earlier, the success I enjoyed on YouTube early on encouraged me to try to turn this into my career, to turn it into something that would pay my bills. I gave myself a deadline though. I'd give it 10 years. And in the past 10 years, I have indeed treated this like a job, working my ass off every day. Thankfully, I enjoyed nearly every minute of it. There's an old saying that goes something like that: if you work a job that you love doing, you'll never actually do a single day's hard work, or something like that. I don't know. But despite the immense pressure that I placed upon myself to create content that was always improving, it never felt like hard work. Despite how much I have loved this decade-long experiment on YouTube, I'm faced with the hard reality that it has not worked, and in light of that, I'm done. That does not mean this is the last you'll hear from me on YouTube, however. So give me a couple of minutes to explain what things are going to look like going forward. I still have several ongoing series on my channel that I will see through to completion. I just started a brand new GTA Online Garage Tour series that I actually enjoy creating despite it being a ton of work, and I will continue to work on that. Astroneer Academy still has 2 fall seasons to come, and they are still coming, and that's before it wraps up, and so I will continue to work on that as well. I also have a new Let's Play Timberborn series starting in a few days, and that will keep going as well. And the longest running series on my channel ever, Will It Off-Road? That will continue as long as there are new cars for me to torture as I drive them up and down Mount Chiliad in GTA Online. I don't know yet if that series will make the leap to the online component of GTA 6 or not. Given that game's setting, a fictionalized version of Florida, there will not be any mountains to drive up and down. I'll have to wait and see what happens for that one. But I will continue to work hard on each of these series that I've just mentioned until they wrap up, though I may not keep up with the weekly upload schedule that you've seen in the past. Once those series wrap up, I'm not certain what will come. I cannot see a time where I just stop creating new content entirely. I enjoy it too much to walk away from it for good, but I won't be dedicating as much time and energy to it in the future as I do today. And I can say with certainty that the frequency of uploads is going to decrease in the short term. And that's not really a bad thing if you think about it though. Slowing down the upload cadence means that I'll be able to focus on one project at a time, and the resulting quality from that focus should be worth it. But long term, I have no idea what the channel will look like 6 months or even a year from now. We'll just have to make that discovery together. But as I said, I doubt there will ever come a time where I just stop making videos entirely. Before I wrap up, I want to discuss a question a friend recently asked me. What if I decide to end this decade-long experiment and upload this video, and then, sometime in the future, something I create finally gains a lot of traction and my channel growth starts delivering consistent performance? What then? At this point, I doubt that is something that will ever happen, but sure, let's engage with this thought experiment. Were that to happen, I would most likely take a measured look at how sustainable any sudden increase in views would be. If there came a time that it looked like things had turned a corner and sustainable, long-term growth became a thing, then I would gladly pivot right back to doing this full-time. But for now, that remains wishful thinking, and I have to deal with the reality of today. Oh yeah, another question I had about Patreon, YouTube memberships, and Twitch subscriptions. They are not going anywhere in the short term. That may be something that I revisit in the future, but for now, those are the only real sources of revenue I have outside of YouTube ad revenue. I appreciate those of you who have supported my work over the years. It still kind of blows my mind that somebody will watch my videos and then think, gee, I'd like to give that person some of my money. I don't think there are enough words, or at least I'm not good enough at putting them together into a coherent sentence, to express the gratitude that I feel for each and every one of you who have chosen to offer a bit of monetary support over the years. My only regret is that I wasn't able to find more of you, because if I had, I wouldn't be making this video today. If only 25% of my subscribers on YouTube donated $1, a single buck a month, I wouldn't need to make this video today. So I'll leave the options to support the channel in place. Who knows? Maybe enough people will decide they want to offer some support and I can just keep on going. Though I don't expect that to happen. And finally, the Vainglorious Discord server is not going anywhere either. Frankly, it would be incredibly stupid to shut it down. Over 300 members are there, and many of you are active on a daily or weekly basis. I enjoy that interaction with each of you way too much to ever consider closing it down. It also seems like I should keep it around since my channel will never fully disappear from YouTube. I like the idea of providing a safe space for people to gather to share in their love for games. Discord is definitely staying put. So yeah, 10 years on YouTube. It's really hard to believe that an entire decade has gone by, though I guess the gray hair that I didn't have 10 years ago is one way to measure it. But here we are with my channel transitioning from something I pursue full-time into something that is more of a hobby. As I mentioned earlier, I am considering putting together a video where I react to some of my early content, as a way of looking back at 10 years worth of videos and live streams, so be sure to leave a comment letting me know that if that is something you'd like to see. It has been my pleasure to bring you over 3,000 videos over the past 10 years. I hope you will all stick around for whatever comes next. But until then, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.